it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Calls his own number. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and
unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Alabama! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. Handoff from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job with those guys being on the same page there.
Going up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to go up top on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And his throw is incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass is intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
It's now second down.
Second down coming up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Power football with the run. Running with power. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form town.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He wants to throw it again. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in it.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
His pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
One more snap coming before halftime. And back to the air on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
And how about this offense responding late in the 1st half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. It's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And he made the extra point without problem. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He wants to throw. Going deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. That Alabama offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Wide open downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. A strike downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Set to advance on the football.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Corners are walked up tight. They're getting this guy lathered up. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When you run those routes, those curl outs just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
They'll toss it to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the offense. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man downfield. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Line gets set, first down. The quick out. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the left side. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Loss on first down. Increase the degree of difficulty. Second and goal from the 8. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Third and goal from way back there. They want to throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's James. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Looking left. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Gotta have it here on fourth down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.